Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily TSLA report for Friday, May 16th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I am going to, do I even show it anymore? I don't really show it anymore. There was a buy signal from about a week ago that indicated this area, which we've now tested. Wednesday, we pushed into the low 350s, 350.97 351.39. This is an area that I need to show you on this chart, the weekly chart, because it is a meaningful resistance area. It's a 50% upside retracement from the December high against the recent April low is 351.39, and of equal significance is the 350.97 rising channel top. There's a two-year structure we settled above in November that set up the December rally almost to the 513.36 channel top before collapsing back, bouncing slightly for a week off of the channel top before closing below it, which culminated with the continued collapse into April. So this is still an important pivotal area. We have tested it. And it is really the beginning of a range up to 361.78, a descending two-thirds speed line projected off that December high that can absorb buying through June, and below which, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would anticipate 282.41. Let's just say into June, this 350s, low 360s narrowing daily can absorb buying into June because we're still only in the middle of May. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I anticipate 282.41, where we could actually bottom out on a weekly basis, quite possibly round back up into this narrowing zone within 2 to 3 weeks. Of the two areas, this 350s, 360s, much more significant than the 282.41 channel bottom. But I don't want to, reduce the importance of 282.41. It is a solid level for day traders, 3 to 5 day swing traders, and 2 to 3 week swing traders. Of course, we're not going to see it today. I just want to mention that it's a very tradable level, and I consider it a 2 to 3 week target right now below 350.97. Now, I don't expect this today. I don't expect it between now and the end of May, but it can happen. And that is to say that if we do close today or any day coming up above the 361.78 descending two-thirds speed line, I would anticipate, as we continue into later year, a bullish continuation to the 513.36 5-year channel top where an annual high can be placed. So it does become an objective, the 510s, if we close today above 361.78, and I think that is unlikely. What may happen is that we close today above 351.39. And then we expect to test Monday, Tuesday, 361.78. This could be a process. But nonetheless, having tested it, holding below 350.97, maintains a 282.41 2 to 3 week objective. On the way down, we do, of course, have 319.02. That is a 3/8 upside Fibonacci. There was very little hesitation here, but it still can't be ignored as a level that can contain daily selling pressures. And, today's 337 even is nothing more than Wednesday's low. Now, I know we broke that on Thursday, and then we came back to close above it. I do still see it as a pivot point for the day. In other words, if we break or open below 337 even, we could test 319.02 on an intraday basis. I will say, though, after having tested the low 350s, closing today below 337 even is also consistent with a sign of early bearish rotation down to our 282.41 2 to 3 week target. On the way down, 319.02 can contain daily lows, and if we close below 319.02, we're just another week really away from testing 282.41, where by that point in time, we could bottom out into later June and round back up into the low 350s again within several weeks. It would be a settlement below 282.41, at least at this juncture, and it's not going to happen today, of course, but if over the next few weeks we do close below this rising channel bottom, I would anticipate the 157.68 to 163.78 5-year channel support. Within the timing of that, this, you don't even see it on the chart. This is probably like a 1 to 2 month play. Closing below 282.41 over the next few weeks should, by the end of August or sooner, yield the 157.68 to 163.78 area. I'm going to let that go. And so, yes, let's see. What else is there to talk about? I think that pretty much rounds it out. I think 337 even for one, after having tested the low 350s on Wednesday. If we close below 337 even, if you've not sold short the market yet, after having tested meaningful resistance in the low 350s, I think you can play the short side. I think you can set a short position if we close today, Friday, below 337 even. 319.02 expected within a day or two, and over the next couple of weeks, 282.41, which we're expecting over the next 2 to 3 weeks anyway. Upside, if we do happen to close today above 361.78, which is highly unlikely, 383.76 is a 3 to 5 day target. That is a 5/8 upside Fibonacci. But as I've already said, a settlement above this critical narrowing resistance between 350.97 and 361.78 would indicate a long-term buy signal. I think you can play the long side longer term in Tesla under that scenario, 513.36 in reach by the end of the year. This week in Wicked Stocks, we put out 2 stock picks as usual. One was in EQT, the other was in Wingstop. They're both actively pending trades that you can see the exact conditions in which we would advise to buy those stocks. We always look for 20% moves on these underlying stock picks. And we also would provide you daily Triple Q and daily SPY analysis and weekly Apple stock analysis. And so we offer a 5-day free trial. You can take advantage of that by going to wickedstocks.com, and you'll see all of our stock picks and our daily Triple Q and SPY and weekly Apple analysis. I think that pretty much covers it. I'm going to leave it at that for Friday's Tesla. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Mondays. You have a great day.